Unlike these ruling class figures, we have no interest in this, in getting along with this fascism. The people who, and there are tens of millions, the people who have hated it for years, ever since Trump emerged as a major figure on the scene almost 10 years ago, the people who recognized how terrible it is and have hated it for all this time have no interest in now finding a way to go along with it. The fact that it's been brought to power through the very workings of this system, which is something to think about. It didn't come to power through a coup. It came, it wasn't a military takeover. It came to power through the normal processes of this system. And the fact that that could happen should tell us something very basic about the whole system itself, along with everything else that people need to know about the actual nature and of this system and what it actually does. But we, the people who hate all this racism, misogyny, immigrant persecution, and all the rest of it, who don't want to go back to a dark ages time when we can't even accept basic scientific understandings like evolution, and instead we're supposed to believe some thousands of years old biblical mythology, in place of science. That's something also we should talk about. This is a rejection not of the 1960s and all the righteous struggle that went up against the racism and the misogyny and the rest, and the persecution of gay people, etc. But it's also going back even before the Civil War. That's why you see a lot of these MAGA fascists carrying Confederate flags. And even beyond that, it's going back to the Enlightenment of several centuries ago, which even though it was, part of the rise of capitalism, nevertheless had the very important element of saying that things should be approached on the basis of actually looking at reality and applying reason to try to understand reality. And these Christian fundamentalist fascists, and that's what they are, who are the driving force behind this fascism and behind Trump, behind the whole MAGA thing, they want to go back and reject all of that and substitute mindless lunacy in place of it. So the reason why it's time to be angry and full of revolutionary determination is, that we refuse to go back to that. We refuse to allow this system to drag us back into a dark ages kind of existence, along with all the terrible forms of oppression that it's going to be aggressively reinforcing.